This is not a sponsored video. Gear review! Ow, fuck! So we got this big box from Amazon because my friends over at some company hang on. Gotta tell you, don't remember the company's name, but they sent me a ring light, so we are gonna just open this up and see what's inside. So we have this nice large box from Amazon, which is way too big, but you know, Amazon's all about wasting the paper. There we go. Alright, so the light stand is at the extreme bottom of the box. So let's open this boy up. We have a carrying case. Okay. Looks like it opens at the top here. Oh, what else is in the box? Bruh! And we have, yes, of course, the light stand. Okay. That actually doesn't feel terrible. These are very plastic, but on the whole, feels pretty alright. Okay, now let's bring out the center of attention here. We have the ring light. And we should be able to shoot through this. There's a cold shoe. Okay, let's see what we got. A box here. I don't know what's in there. And let's just look in here. Let's see, we got. They love Pixel. That's the name of the company. Pixel. Okay, cool. And they'd love to hear from me. Well, you will in this video. Okay, we got an instruction manual. We got this. Okay, and then in this, I saw these in the picture, I think this is really cool, is we have these slightly colored panels that clip onto the ring light, so we can take it from a bluer hue to a more kind of warmer tungsten view. Right, so these can just clip right onto the light here, but just like that, which I think is a good idea. I like being able to switch that color, although it's not bi-color. The light itself does not change color. This contraption, which I guess is for a phone, is loosen it up and clamp it right in there and then put it right on. This is clearly the power cable. That's a wire tether of some sort. We have the thing for the phone, and then this little bag here gives us, we have a nice little screwdriver, which is always good. And we have two mounts here. They're both for the cold shoe, but we have one that's just straight and then one that has the, oops, I almost dropped it. One that you can loosen up and has the ball head. So nice little features here. And now those can just clamp right in to the cold shoe of the light itself. And there we go. And that's where you would mount your camera. Now that we've unboxed it, because they wanted me to unbox it, let's see what this thing can do. Hey, before we just jump into it, I wanted to give a quick heads up that Pixel gave me this light. They sent this to me to review. While this is not a sponsored video, it's weird to say that and not sing it now. I can say whatever I want, but you should know that just going in, it's, you know, I'm objective, but if you have a problem with companies sending lights to people, they sent me this one. All right, enjoy the video. So yeah, ring lights. Hope you liked that unboxing. I'm sure that was really fantastic. Tons of YouTubers, filmmakers, and photographers use ring lights. They provide a nice, flattering light, and they give you a beautiful catch light in the eyeball. D. Fredarius uses a ring light in his videos. You should check out his channel. He talks about the filmmaking process. I've been a long-time viewer of his. I love his work. We're not friends or anything, yet. So the most important thing to discuss straight out of the gate is the quality of light. According to the instructions, this light has a CRI of greater than 97. For those of you who don't know, CRI refers to Color Rendering Index. It's a scale that refers to the quality of light, and it's rated out of 100. Here's a really oversimplified explanation. The closer the CRI number is to 100, the better the light. The light has a 55 watt output, 5500 color temperature, and it's 18 inches.
That's what she said?
On that note, the Amazon store page calls this light bicolor. It is not. It is a 5500 degrees Kelvin light that comes with tungsten adapters, but it is daylight balanced. But putting that aside, the more important question, does it flicker? Let's find out, because this is a make or break question. Lower quality LEDs tend to flicker on video and faster shutter speeds. If that happens, this light is unusable, and honestly, it is a little bit cheaper, so not too sure about it. Now that you've seen those typical frame rates, we're just gonna crank up the shutter speed to see what we see. And just for fun, here's the same shot filmed on my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Overall, not too shabby. Even at 1/4000th of a second, I'm not seeing any flicker. The light is plenty bright, and even the dimmer switch works well. It doesn't seem to cause flickering even at lower power levels. There's an over 9000 joke in there somewhere, I just didn't come up with it. And just to make sure that you guys know what I'm talking about, this is a great example of what LED flicker would look like at a higher shutter speed, so this is just my microwave. Well listen, I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that, so let's see how this light performs within a scenario that I would normally shoot. B-roll for my gear reviews. Boom, let's go to the table. Nice. It looks good. The only thing I'm not crazy about is all the reflections you see on the lens glass and stuff like that, but it does work. It's a nice smooth light. And for fun, we're gonna shoot a few portraits now. I didn't have any models around, so you're stuck with me. And here are a couple more portraits using the included clip-on orange gel filtered light modifiers. It's good to change the color temperature of the light. Honestly though, I do prefer the daylight balance. The 5500-ish Kelvin looks good enough to me. I don't know how often I'll be using these adapters. Especially considering the fact that the orange modifiers are more see-through than the regular just white diffusers, and therefore when you have glasses, you're just seeing basically the reflections of the LEDs. The light works great, though I will say I'm not in love with how it looks with people like me. You know, the glasses, not huge on that look. One other thing you should know about this light is because of the fact that it's powered by multiple individual LEDs, you will get weird shadows. There's kind of this multiplying effect on them. It's kind of subtle, but if you're right up against a wall, you will notice it. Upon further inspection, I noticed the light stand is actually pretty janky. It's a little stiff to open and close, and it feels like a cheap Amazon light stand. Frankly, I wasn't expecting a good light stand, so that's not a shocker to me. Another thing I noticed is if you keep the light stand at its full height, the power brick for the light is gonna dangle. I think that's why they included this little Velcro boy. It's to, you know, tether the power brick so that it doesn't dangle all over the place. The light itself, it feels decent. It's very plasticky, but it's well enough put together to a point. The joint here that controls the angle of the light as well as mounts onto the light stand feels really cheap and shitty. Make sure you tighten up the top part before you mount it, otherwise your ring light is gonna boop and bop all over the place as you mount it onto the stand. Even with everything fully tightened, however, the unit still seems to be a little bit of a shaky boy. It wiggles a little bit, whether it's you stomping around the apartment or even if you just touch the thing to change the setting. I gotta tell you, it doesn't make me feel exceedingly comfortable to leave my Sony on here. And that's not even my heavy camera. Throwing something like the 5D Mark III on there seems way too precarious. One other thing I noticed is just from a couple of days of use, the cold shoe's already getting all scuffed up from the mount for the camera, so that's not promising. If that breaks, you can't really mount a light on here anymore. And here's a little thing I noticed in editing. Now, I had to speed this clip up because it's actually so gradual over the course of the clip it was hard to tell, but the light slowly dips forward. This clip is played back at 500%. And mind you, the unit was fully tightened, so this is just kind of a crappy grip, honestly. Simple and obvious solution, set up a tripod behind the ring light and shoot through it. Then you don't have to worry about the shake of the unit and potentially dropping your camera. Though I will say that pretty much defeats the purpose of the light's design. And it also takes up more room, which if you're working in a small space like me, might be an issue for you. The dimmer switch is in a moderate to severely weird spot if you're going to be in front of the light, which by design I assume many people would be. It's located close to that joint, so you have to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge your way in there. It's not the worst design I've ever seen, but it is enough to make me want to say something about it. Also, I just have to add in this ball joint, the ball mount head ball thing. This thing's terrible. Even when you tighten this thing up really well, it doesn't stay very straight. You can very easily move it if you put a little bit of pressure or weight on it, and see, like right there, we'll really tighten this, and then, oh wow, that was easy. With the weight of my 6D on it, it actually almost fell over and knocked the whole light over, so yeah, don't use this. This thing is not good. Overall, I'd say this light is decent. The quality of light is good enough, there's no flicker, and if you're just starting out and need an affordable, easy to use light, you can definitely do a lot worse than this one. You get what you pay for, and while this isn't the most premium light I've ever used, by a mile, it works. It casts a flattering, soft light that'll help you get going on your photo or video journey. Just don't go into it expecting the most solid, sturdy device on the planet. And I'm giving the Pixel Ring Light 18-inch, whatever, 5 Owen Wilson wows out of 10. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and thank you, Pixel, for sending me this light. Again, this is not sponsored. I'm allowed to say whatever I want, but they did send me the light, so keep that in mind. I am objective with these kinds of videos, though. And while you're here, why not hit the like button for me? That'd be cool. And someone texted me. And subscribe. I'm on Discord. I'm on fucking Instagram. Here I am. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye. The light itself, it feels different. This light's kind of cheap, so let's find out. Cause this is well, it doesn't seem to. Now that you've seen those typical. If you use the light and the power of the light at full. Fuck.